It's 6 p.m. I haven't had much of a sense of time passing since the dome appeared, but it's already evening. The atmosphere in this maintenance office is tense. The doctor said he'd be waiting deep beneath the surface. Does this building have a basement? Certainly not one that appears on the official plans. Well, maybe. Under the medical center? But that one's blocked off with concrete. It does not seem to me that the medical center is an entirely independent building. There may well be a path from this building into the basement there. Is there anywhere you might have missed or something? Missed something? Or forgotten something? Somewhere I forgot to look? Oh! That's right. The encyclopedia from the library in the medical center. And the chronology and the medical records. I'd like to talk to Nageki again. You've thought of something? Yeah, I need to go check. Sakia? He hasn't spoken since what happened in the infirmary. I can't blame him. I know how he feels. Better to leave him alone. I know. I'm worried about it too. You're fading again. Where are you? Nageki? There you are. What is it? I found out a lot about this school. And about you. I see. I suppose you know who I am then. Sort of, but there are things that I need to ask you. That's why I'm here. The fire 5 years ago, and the dome today. How are they related? Nageki must know something about the secrets the school holds. You aren't really here anymore, are you? That might be so. Or it might not. I saw in the school records, it says you died 5 years ago in an accident in the medical center. I had become aware of that. I stopped my own clock here. That's why I can never leave. Stopped your... In other words, at the very least, I took my life through my own will. I am almost sure of that. So you didn't die in the accident? He hangs his head in silence. Looks like he can't remember everything from before he died. I need a clue. There must be a basement under the medical center, and I need to get in there. Oh, that's right. The encyclopedia. The encyclopedia? You used to go to the medical center, right? Did you switch one of the encyclopedias from there with one here? I would... That's what I want to know. I guess I should just tell him. Look, you know how the encyclopedias here are out of order? There are 2 copies of Volume 9 and no Volume 6. The medical center has the same encyclopedias? Yeah, there are 2 copies of 6 there and no 9. How disorderly. Yeah. Anyway, one of the copies of Volume 6 here has a library sticker on it, so someone must have taken it from there. Switch the encyclopedias. Mr. Kawara, try reading this copy of Volume 9. Looking's worth 1,000 words, I guess. Huh? This isn't right. It looks like just another book when it's closed, but... It's a box? It's full of files. Some sort of documents? They're all from 5 years ago. These must have been... What does it say? That one. Let's see. Operation Hurtful. This is talking about using carrier individuals as biological weapons. To fight humans? It has the same title as the file in the headmaster's office. But I never expected anything like this. Meaning, this school has been used for biological weapons development for at least 5 years. 2180. New strains of Sumatara influenza isolated. 2183. A new strain has been isolated from Fujishiro Nageki. It is lethal to humans and has been named Karen virus. It has entered research at St. Pigeonation's Medical Center. Karen virus? Humans I met would always get very sick. Are you remembering something? Yes, I think so. I think I was the one who brought that book here. The birds with me in the medical center often did secret things in the reference room. I wanted to tell someone important what was happening in the center. What was it? My family? It must have been my family. That's right. I burned. I had to disappear. Why didn't I notice? Did I need your help to see? He paces nervously in circles, rambling on to himself. If you've realized something, it would help me know what it is. I remembered what happened 5 years ago. I can't remember my parents' faces. I lived in an orphanage with other birds my age since before I could remember. Never thought of it much at the time, but apparently everybody there was a war orphan. I did not resent the humans who had started the war. I did not care. I thought that living with other chicks and no parents was as natural as could be. One day, the endless routine was broken, and some humans broke into the orphanage. They had guns and kept shouting, "Free humanity, free humanity." I think that's what they said. They barricaded themselves in our house and killed us one at a time. I was helpless. I could only hide in the corner and weep as my family was killed before my eyes. I don't know how much time had gone by since they came. When I looked around the silent room, they were all collapsed on the floor. Birds had come to save us. They had come and killed the evil humans. That's what I thought, but... You have been granted a great power. You are one of the chosen few. I left the orphanage with my one remaining sibling, and we lived in an apartment. But I was weak and couldn't go to school or get a job. I was nothing but a burden. And then I received the invitation. We wish to welcome you with special treatment. How would you like to study the world's foremost avian school? We will provide anything you need, anything at all. There is a hospital on the school grounds. We will provide a room for you to live there. You shall receive all the care you require. I was living with my brother. I did not want to leave him. But if I continued to live with him, I would only hold him down. He was happy to hear that I would have a chance to improve my physical condition, and so I enrolled in St. Pigeonation's. I was still weak, and so I stayed in my room. I had no friends, but I was not unhappy. The nurses and faculty were all very kind to me, and then, early in my first summer vacation, the doctor made a proposal to me. This vacation is the perfect opportunity. Would you like to undergo intensive treatment? You will have to stay inside for some time, but by the end of summer you should be as healthy as any bird in the school. And so began a long summer in the underground facility. First, a routine of daily examinations and numerous medications. And then the experiments began. The experiments to kill humans. A human would be brought to me. They would struggle and gasp, and then, with the last painful sigh, they would stop moving. I knew why I was brought there. Living in my body was a virus deadly to humans in a matter of minutes. My parents, whose faces I never knew, were killed by humans. Everyone else in the orphanage, killed by humans. And in return, I killed another human with each experiment. Simply by standing in the same room as me, by breathing the same air as me, they would collapse. I couldn't stand it. I had no reason not to hate them, but watching them die in front of me shaved away at my heart little by little. And so I decided to end it all. I had only one wish. I wanted to disappear from this world without a trace. The coronavirus, a deadly guest that has made its home in my body. That is what they called it. No doubt they were searching for a way to destroy humanity with that virus. That was Operation Hurtful? Yes. That's why I burned it all 5 years ago. There should have been nothing left, but I am not here. But maybe, just maybe, there's still something left somewhere. And I can feel him close by. Mr. Kawara, are you going to the basement? I don't have a choice. To find a way out of here alive and to find out why they killed MC, I need to ask the doctor. I see. That encyclopedia. What else is inside? Oh. A piece of paper folded up along with the files. This is a map of the medical center? When I was there, I went in through the medical center, but it must connect with the main building somewhere near here. That looks like the gym, so those stairs are... I believe it is in the chemistry preparation room. The researchers often went in there. The doctor is beneath the preparation room. Thank you, Nageki. I have to go. Yes. I think you will be seeing me again, and... Miss Bird Lover as well. A staircase in the preparation room? I've never noticed one. I wonder where it could be. If the scarecrow went down there with the doctor, it would need to be a pretty big opening. We'll have to go and look. 7 p.m. already. We only have 3 hours until we're overrun with bloodthirsty humans. We don't know for sure if there's an escape route in basement, but it's our best bet. Maybe we should get everybody from the gym to come with us as soon as we find the stairs. Leave that to me. Mr. Leone. I'll take care of the other students. Don't worry. I'm not a massive agent for nothing. Well then, thank you, Mr. One. You aren't going with him, sir? I'm going to come with you, Kawara. We never know what could happen. Thank you, sir. You're welcome. I am your homeroom teacher, after all. You've done such a good job so far, and I want to be there to help you if things get dangerous. What about you, Sakuya? You two go ahead. I'll catch up with you. Right. Okay. We're gonna get out of here together, okay? Too much has happened today, for both Sakuya and me. I don't know what's going on in his mind, and he doesn't seem interested in telling me, but if he wants to be alone, that's for the best. I guess it's the two of us then, Mr. Nanaki. If something bad happens, one of us could come back to warn you and the others, Mr. Leone. Understood. Commence Operation Breakout it is then. Not so fast. Angel? What does he want now? We don't have time to be messing around. Textaris Melodia Funis, you travel now to the Abyss of Despair, do you not? The Abyss of Despair? I sense demon spores, far greater in power than those released by the Tree of Blight. I cannot allow you to face the Dark Sorcerer Wallenstein alone. The Wallenstein guy is the doctor, right? Okay, we're coming for you, Wallenstein. Wait, Angel, you need to be careful, wait! He certainly is lively. Let's go. I think this is the first time I've been in here. It's kind of bland. Yes. Not a very friendly room, but not distasteful either. This place is flooded with demon spores. Any good bird would normally avoid it. Can you think of anything, sir? Like a hidden door, or... I don't come here very much, so... Do you feel a draft? A draft? There are no windows in here. It must be coming from the basement. Be silent, my crimson breast. We must hold it back. All the eulogy of doom will... Gate of Erebus, guide me to the abyss. Wait, calm down, Angel. You can't... Oh, there it is. So it was behind the mirror all along. He's a lot more clever than he acts, isn't he? Even if he does spout nonsense whenever he opens his beak. Let us proceed, Textoris Melodia Funis. The master of the abyss awaits us below. A long, dark staircase winds downwards behind the mirror. How far does it go? The basement itself should be pretty big. This is some sort of entrance into a subway tunnel. Let's go. Very impressive. This is a lot fancier than I expected. I never knew this huge place was underneath the school. This facility has been used for research to kill humans since the school was founded. MC, none of us ever knew. We lived our carefree lives with all this going on beneath our feet. I don't see any birdie. I wonder if it's closed now? Yeah, it's clean and orderly, but I don't get the feeling that it's still in use. There was a fire somewhere down here 5 years ago, and since then the whole facility's been shut up. I suppose they froze whatever project they were working on. Hey, Angel! Which way do you think we should go to find the doctor? That would be... Ah, my crimson breast murmurs. The midnight hunter approaches. Couldn't you have said so earlier? Oh dear, if we don't get past him, we can't go on. We cannot reach Wallenstein without defeating his dark servant. This trial cannot be avoided. All we've ever managed to do is run away from this thing. How can we... We can't get anywhere just by running away. Do we have some sort of weapon? A weapon? I do have a stun gun that Mr. Leon sent me. Will it even work on a scarecrow? Maybe not a normal output. But it looks like a living creature, so I doubt it would be completely unaffected. The Midnight Hunter is a hound bred from the Black Void. We must purify it with holy water. Oh yes, that's a good idea. What did he even say? There's a fire hose on the wall there. If we time it right. Mr. Naki wobbles towards the wall and pulls out the hose. Of course! Ready? He points the hose at the scarecrow and opens the valve. Angel, sir, get back! I set the stun gun to maximum and hurl it at the scarecrow. It collapses with an unpleasant noise. Its electrified metal arm twitches for a moment, but then is still. We did it! Electricity is a powerful thing indeed. The thunderous voice of doom. Judgment has come. Goodbye, Mr. Scarecrow. Onwards. Disgraceful. What am I doing here? LaBelle is not allowed hesitation. No. I have not yet a right to claim that restriction anymore. Yuya. Foolish. No, not ish at all. I am a fool. I have been pampered my entire life, while in my shadow he crawled along under the weight of a crime of which only he knew. I have been nothing but vain and selfish. What should I do, Yuya? It is Sakia. Sakia is here. Leave. No one wanted you to come here. Everyone is leaving. It is a grand, daring escape. Sakia will find Ryota with Okusan. Away we go. Shut up. Don't talk to me. Sakia weeps. No, I do not. It's raining. Is Sakia in pain? This is bad. We must do something about it. Okusan used healing touch. Confound you. Must I repeat? Okusan knows. Okusan heard that Yuya has gone somewhere far, far away. We will never see him again. So they told you. Do not worry. If you cannot find him, we need only chase after him. Do you have any idea what you're saying? Death is not a good place to chase someone to. No doubt the elder breeds have no concept of death. Chase Yuya into the grave? What kind of fool would... Okusan knows. The earth is a ball, so if we run far enough, we will find him. What foolishness. Speaking with mongrels makes my head hurt. Except I'm a mongrel too. Poor mongrels who do not notice even their own error, that is. Okusan is not a mongrel. Sakia and Yuya and Okusan all have their own wonderful names. Names more important than any breed. Is that your argument? That isn't even... You are yourself. Never let anyone tie you down. I am... myself. It is time to go. Okusan and friend are late. Kick reason to the curb. Time to blast out of this prison and find Yuya. Oko is always brimming with useless energy, as he always was. Am I the same, perhaps? We will never see him again, no matter how far we run. But if he were here now, what would he do? Would he want me to do? At any rate, moping here won't get us anywhere. 2 more hours. We will chase after him. I will never find him, but I will find myself. Let us go, Oko. There's nothing more for us here. Saki is the best when he acts cool. After Ryota, full speed ahead. The demon spores are thick in the air. I smell the stench of the sorcerer. I feel a little nervous relying on Angel's bizarre intuition alone, but it's worked so far and we're in a hurry. Is he actually following the doctor by his scent? Or was that just an Angelism? There's some very advanced equipment in here, and these documents look fairly new. Maybe this place is still in use. There's a register of names left open on one desk. Maybe it's a student register. Look, your name's here too, Angel. The Dark Grimoire. I feel the tendrils of imminent tragedy. They have notes on some of the students here too, under Higure. He acts as a neurotransmitter when excited. He seems to produce intoxicating or hallucinogenic pheromones. Physical exertion acts as a stimulant. The pheromone causes others to temporarily lose control of themselves, but its usefulness is limited. Not currently applicable to combat. I shall not allow the sorcerer to make me his pawn. I am the Crimson Angel of Judica, destined to wander this earth alone. I'm not sure what he's talking about, but he sounds like he looks unexpectedly heroic. It looks like all the students who were invited here have some sort of physical idiosyncrasy. How did you enroll, Kuwara? How? I was invited too. I don't know why. Yours is just a bunch of numbers. Wonder if that's the explanation for something like Higure's. No. The black miasma of the inevitable doom draws near. We are approaching the gate of the abyss. I feel its foul wind. Let's go. The doctor's waiting for us. Could you wait a minute, Kuwara? What is it, sir? We're almost done. We need to... I want to ask you something first, Kuwara. You lied, didn't you? Huh? Lied? Me? I don't know why you would lie about that. Or maybe you forgot. Even though it was just yesterday. Yesterday? After school? Like I said to Sakia, I don't know anything about it. We have to ask the doctor. I see. Let's go on then. Mr. Nanaki follows Angel towards the innermost room. I've been trying to find the truth about MC's death since this morning. Why would I lie? Maybe Mr. Nanaki misunderstood something? But that seems too simple. In contrast to the rooms above, this area is dark and filthy. This must be where the fire was 5 years ago. I feel like I can smell the soot just by looking at the walls here. Nageki threw himself into the sea of fire here to end the experiments. I wonder what I would have done in his place. Would I have ended it all like him, or... You're late, Mr. Kawara. I have grown tired of waiting. The Dark Sorcerer Wallenstein. Doctor? It wasn't just MC. You killed the headmaster as well. If it were for you, the boy who went outside wouldn't have been... Why are you doing this? Must I repeat myself? I told you before, I merely disassembled Miss Birdlover after the fact. I did not kill her. Do you really think I care? It would appear that you need some assistance. I told you before, but you should already have everything you need to answer your question. Who killed Birdlover MC? Do not listen to the Dark Sorcerer's words, Textora Melodia Funis. He will lay a spell on you. Perhaps the Peanut Gallery should keep its thoughts to itself. An iron grill drops behind me, like an evil wizard's portcullis. I'm cut off. Oh dear, we appear to be shut in. No, the dark spell. What are you doing? Nothing at all. I simply have no business with them. I was waiting for you, Mr. Kawara. Now, let us return to our conversation. Our conversation about the truth you seek. You have done unbelievably cruel things, Doctor. You were involved in the medical center here, too. Nothing you can say to me will change my mind. How pugnacious of you. But you are lacking in logic. What I may or may not have done has little to do with the truth of my words. I was employed at this facility from the beginning. No doubt you have already deduced that I was working on Operation Hurtful. Operation Hurtful? Plan to wipe out humanity with the Karen virus. Precisely. Oh, it does make me so happy when students read ahead and come prepared to the lecture. You are exemplary. The strain we isolated from the original host was extremely powerful, quite possibly the deadliest in human history. However, strains of such lethality tend to be fragile themselves. Coronavirus was no exception. It could not last very long outside of a host's body. In order to deliver it to the enemy, we would have had to send live carriers into society and allowed it to spread via airborne infection. This proved troublesome. Karen virus, in addition to being harmless to birds, is ill-equipped to establish itself in our bodies. Fujishiro Nageki, the original host, had a rare genetic condition which resulted in a slightly compromised immune system. In his body alone was Karen able to safely reside. Alas, he refused to cooperate. You forced him to kill human prisoners. If it were for your experiments, he never would have killed himself. Indeed. It had not occurred to us that the tests of the strain's effects would harm his mental health. We expected that he would be glad of the chance to avenge himself on humanity, but sadly it was not so, and we lost our sample. The project was put on indefinite hold with his death, but thankfully we did not lose his corpse in its entirety. I preserved his remains, and have kept them to this day. I have been waiting for a new carrier to arrive. Sounds like this was a very labor-intensive project. Wasn't there a better way? Quite right. I digress a little, but there was a reason for our methods. It did not take me a long time to come up with a better plan. We need only compromise a subject's immune system, creating a compatibility like Futoshiro Nageki's. Compromise the immune system? They'd die! Indeed. Even if the subject were able to become a carrier for the Kirin virus, if they died to some other infection, it would all be for naught. Which is why I was very careful with who I chose. I worked on the subject over time, slowly weakening his immune system. I suppose I should count myself lucky that I achieved my goal in only a year. You are an exemplary student, Mr. Kawara. I give you full marks. Full marks? My head hurts, almost as if some strange creature is wriggling about deep inside my brain. Are you okay, Ryota? Mr. Nanaki said you were coming here, so I wanted to make sure you were all right. MC came to the infirmary to see me? You have come this far. I'm sure you can answer this. What was it that you forgot? Everything is hazy. I think my stomach is acting up again. I drink the medicine Dr. Iwamine gives me and lie down. But my body still feels heavy. I'm tired. Are you okay, Ryota? Yeah, I'm fine for now. Mr. Nanaki said you were coming here, so I decided to make sure you were alright. MC is reaching towards me. Wanna go home? I'll walk you. Her hand stops. MC falls to her knees, clutching her chest. Ryota, I can't breathe. Oh, she can't breathe. This is bad. My mother said to get home early. Everything feels strange, almost like it's a dream. I need to go home. Goodbye, MC. See you tomorrow. She fell down before my eyes, and then... The experiment was a resounding success. Miss Birdlover displayed the archetypal symptoms of human infected with the Kirin virus and passed away. Once the virus is inside a human body, it shuts down the respiratory system in a matter of minutes. Technically speaking, it causes an overreaction of the immune system, which leads to widespread apoptosis in the lungs, but more simply, any human who comes into contact with you will die. You see? You're lying! MC and I were together since we were children. Of course. I only administered the live virus to you yesterday. All of the things I've done to you over the past year have been in preparation for it. Do you recognize this? The Scarecrow's head? Yes. Alas, the body is useless now, but I shall tell you about Labor 9, the thing you call the Scarecrow. It is one of the Labor model new humans, developed by Dove Party researchers, but denounced as unethical. We birds have advanced quickly, but our physical capabilities are still far behind those of the human race. These new creatures were livestock, if you will, to compensate for that. The Labor series was a great step towards the beautiful ideal of coexistence with humans. With a human's head mounted inside an artificial body, they were durable and capable of difficult tasks. Of course, they never entered the development. The project have been shut down early due to ethical complaints. However, I carried on the Dove Party researchers' will and created this prototype to be my sidekick. We didn't want too many other people snooping around and disrupting your investigation, so I had it patrol the building. And now, the next question. What is inside the bag? A human's head? No. You're close, but you have to be more specific. I believe we had Miss Birdlover's head sent to your classroom, but did you notice anything missing? Missing? When I found her inside the box, I was too shocked to be looking for clues. I may well have missed something. Wait. He doesn't mean... MC's brain? Correct. You do catch on quickly. Miss Birdlover did come to meet you quite frequently. Of course, having been placed in Labor 9, she has lost much of her personality. Then she's... alive? But her body is gone. All that's left is her brain. Can we still call that alive? Alive or not alive? I don't know anymore. Can you save her? That is a difficult question. We tend to think of there being a definite border between life and death, but really it's quite vague. Her personality still remained in this world up until a few minutes ago, but you gave poor Labor 9 quite a shock, shall we say. Alas, Miss Birdlover's brain is no doubt irreversibly damaged. The wonders of modern medicine can do nothing for her now but sigh and shake their heads. Yesterday her body, today her mind. You are far more twisted villain than I could ever hope to be, Mr. Kawara. I killed MC. It was my fault all along. Why did it have to happen this way? And this was all arranged for you. I had Labor 9, Mr. Sakazaki, and the headmaster help you along your investigation. You are but one step from the end now. You must remember one more thing. What is it that you and Miss Birdlover told me long ago? Come follow me. He holds out his wing. What lies beyond here? MC is gone. The one who killed her. He was here from the beginning. I have nothing more to lose. You are obedient, Mr. Kawara. Wait. Next door is Melodia Funis. The demon spores are the thickest that way. You will not be able to return. That's right, the doctor's probably going to do something unspeakably horrible to you, Kawara. Come back. Thank you for bringing Mr. Kawara this far, you two. And now, goodbye. Oh dear. This looks bad. Do you suppose it's poison gas? This presence, the mystic phantom, the avatar of miasma. You do take everything in stride, don't you, Higure? Two humans in a twisted pile. They are MC's parents. She said they work as mediators between birds and humans. They were trying to say something to the humans barricaded on the other side of the wall. They received only bullets as a reply. The death of her parents became a signal. The birds surrounding the little house crossed the wall as one. I can hear gunfire from inside. I can hear humans and birds screaming. We could do nothing but stand outside and watch. And then the stranger came and spoke to us. Is there anything you desire? I will grant any wish for you. So tell me. I answered. I don't want these things to happen anymore. My wish is for a world where humans and birds can no longer fight. Even if I die, I want there to be peace. And MC continued. I agree. I would do anything to make Ryota's wish come true. The stranger nodded. It might not be possible right now, but one day I will make it happen. When we were children. That's right. That was you. That was the other thing you had forgotten. You have remembered, I see. 8 years ago, a number of humans barricaded themselves in a building not far from where we lived. MC's parents were shot by the other humans, and many birds and humans were killed in the ensuing gunfight. And I met the doctor. I asked for a world in which humans and birds could no longer fight. You and Miss Birdlover both said that you would be glad to die to bring it about. And so I'm carrying out your wish, just as you had stated. Even symbiotic relationships are not free from strife. In order to end the wars between the humans and birds forever, one race would have to be completely destroyed, you see. Why did you choose me back then? Choose you? Why did I ask you what your wish was, you mean? I assure you, it was not a coincidence. I'm not so bored as to wander around granting wishes willy-nilly. I, too, had made a promise to grant your wish. The preliminary test yesterday was a resounding success. We need only transfer the original lysomes from Fujishiro Nageki to you, and everything will be in place. I have granted your wish, though I did make you jump through a few hoops so that you would remember your wish and understand my intentions. It would be the least you could do to at least acknowledge all that I have done for you, I don't care about anything now. MC is gone. My wish has destroyed everything. Nothing good has ever happened. If this is what my life is to be like, I wish I had never been born. I don't want to see anything anymore. Don't be so anxious. You have no will to resist, and soon you will forget it all. Good night, Mr. Kawara. Ah, my crimson breast senses day. Talking now will just make it worse, Higure. It seems to be leaking in quite slowly. I'm glad we have a little more time, but it's getting hard to breathe. Wallenstein, you coward. Come out and fight. Hold on just a little longer. We'll get you out of here. I'll try to open the cage. Oko, you see to the gas. Oka-san shall not fail. Ah, much better. No one can say you slack off as a student president, Shirogane. The Crimson Breast shall not forget this. Are you two alone? Where did Kawara go? Were you separated? Did Ryota wander off and get lost? No, he didn't. He got carried off by the doctor. Carried off? Oh no. No doubt the doctor is making him drink nasty protein supplements as we speak. If you do not act soon, the funeral song shall herald the coming of darkness. Why can you never speak in plain Japanese, miserable poltroon? He's saying that the doctor is planning to turn Kawara into a biological weapon. What? We can explain while we walk, assuming I don't run out of breath. Very well, let us proceed. Kawara, are you alive? Oka-san has a bad feeling about this. Ryota is not normal. Miserable medical man, what have you done to him? Why, if it isn't the son of the noble Labelle family. What is one of your prestige doing here? Your pathetic jabs mean nothing to me. What have you done to Kawara? I have granted his wish. That is all. It is almost 10. The human forces are gathered above. Mr. Kawara must now return to the surface and begin the end of the human race. Kawara would wish for no such thing. He would never harm a human. Right, Kawara? It seems he is hesitant to agree with you. He has been swallowed by the demon spores. Our voices will not reach him. It is time for us to go. He has but little time left in this world and cannot afford to waste any of it. He has but little time. What does this mean? His duty now is to fly about the world and spreading the seeds all throughout humanity. It is a feat impossible for any normal rock dove. Of course, he will be shot as well. If he were to fall from his wounds, he would die before completing his task. Do not fear, Oka-san will stop Ryota right here and now. There he goes. Mr. Kawara has traded his free will for normally impossible physical tenacity. He's been brainwashed. We have to stop him and we have to bring him back to his senses before he reaches the surface. But Oko is stronger than any of us and he was sent flying just like that. How can we keep him here? Kawara is very strong, but lacks control right now, right? Maybe we should ask Higure. What? Him? He's nuts. Ha ha ha, Black Bean Donna. Look, there he goes, spouting nonsense. Wait, Quara, stop! Oh dear, there goes Shirgani. The demon Red Eye speaks. Seal the disaster with the power of the Chosen One. He's reacting. How's that frail Luzon able to affect him? What is he doing? Hypnotizing him. According to the documents back there, Higure has the ability to pull others into his own fantasies and break down their mental restraints. I was talking to the doctor about it earlier too. I think it's real. Mental restraints. Like how a desperate man can be stronger than usual. The demon Red Eye heralds the awakening, and by the power of the blood-stained hand, I shall seal the funeral song. Okazan attack. Okazan cannot possibly lose a fight with Ryota. There we go. Perfect. We're supposed to convince Ryota to stop while being drawn into some bizarre fantasy. This is madness. Don't think about the consequences, Shirogane. Just go along with it. Prepare yourselves. We fight, brethren bound by the Red Lotus fetters. Ryota Textaris Melodia Funis appears. Angel's turn. Ooh. Black Demon, be silent. Textaris Melodia Funis. Now is the time to break Wallenstein's spell. Hear the call of the Red Lotus. That's 10. One big one. A violent Ryota is not a good Ryota. Come to your senses. Katsuaki's turn. Come back to us. Listen to us. Come back. We're all trying our best for you, Quara. Come back to us. Saki's turn. Pull yourself together. Do you not care? Do you plan to destroy all we've gained? Stop, Kuwara. This is not the path you must travel.
Jeez, Ryota, you're causing everybody trouble. I don't want to see you like this either. I'm the only Berserker class character this story needs. Wake up already, Ryota.
Ryota was defeated. Kuwara, pull yourself together. Do you want this? No, I don't. Ryota is a vegetarian and should not exert himself. I don't want to make anyone sad. The remitter reactivated? Fascinating. I should not have been possible for some hours yet. Disease is half the mind, after all. Outlook is surprisingly important. I suppose this means my data was insufficient. This is the end, Dark Sorcerer Wallenstein. Be judged by the Crimson Breast. Wait, Angel! It's not just his fault. Why do you protect him? He is the one who did this to you. Tell me, Doctor, why did you go so far to grant my wish? Why did I grant your wish? My reason is nothing of note. It is not worth telling. This was merely an experiment that has now come to an end. You must have had a reason. You aren't the sort to go around talking to children without some purpose. I want to know the answer to everything. The answer is nowhere near as glamorous as you are expecting, I assure you. Hey, good morning, Issa. Sorry to spring this on you. Could you take a look at these? What is it, sir? You seem excited. It's amazing. The healers we got earlier. Healers? Ah, The healer cells from last month. Yes, them. From the unusually old human. Aiding science even after death. Can't we at least call these samples by their proper name? You've always been serious like that, Issa. These samples are like sweet lovebirds. Touch them with kindness and they respond beautifully. Just how many lovebirds do you have again? Perhaps you should call them pets instead. Maybe you're right. Anyway, look at this. We've been looking into the cancer cell immortality. This. Indeed, these results are amazing. You're quite lucky with these. It's all about love. Or intuition. That too. Kawara Ryuji. Quite possibly the most gifted researcher alive. He has abilities and intuition that not even he can explain. Hey, good morning, Issa. Nice weather, huh? Makes me want to do something outside. It's already evening. I believe one normally switches to good evening around now. This morning, whenever I get up, Issa. Get distracted by things like common sense and you'll miss the greatest discoveries of your life. Sophistry? Hey, good morning, Issa. Whoopsie, I'm low on cash. Here, was this the one? I didn't ask you to pick it up for me. Here, take it. It's not like we're running out. You sound like a pushy salesman. Your right wing is injured, right? If there's anything I can help you with, just ask. I've been doing fine so far. Hey, good morning, Issa. Hey, can I ask you something? And what is it, sir? I'm somewhat busy. You're always busy. I waited for you to take a break. I'd die of old age before I got to say. Talking like this gets us nowhere. Guess what? I had a kid. I see. Congratulations. What? Don't have anything else to say? Not particularly. Reproduction is natural for all living creatures. Of course, were I to become a father, I would feel bad for the child, given my habit of locking myself away in the laboratory. The only bird who I ever recognized. The only one I ever recognized as worthy of my respect. Hey, good morning, Issa. I brought you something cool. What is it? Fossil! Look at it! It's huge! You act like an excited child. Hey, I like geology too. It tempts me with spouse breach. I will carry on your research while you're out then. Go on. Dang, you're cold. Hey, listen, wanna come with me on a business trip sometime? Field observation is fun. My next one's at the start of month. While I'm interested in your work, sir, I am partway through a fascinating process at the moment. Perhaps another time? Yeah. Alright, I'll invite you next time then. I bet traveling you would be a blast. Field observation is not exactly sightseeing. I will make sure to open time in my schedule, though. His last moments were dreadfully anticlimactic. Fell ill with a disease endemic to the island. By the time we returned home, he was so emaciated one could barely recognize him. He had watched as many other birds succumbed to the disease. So I was sure that he would die in this examination room surrounded by his family. Issa, I always knew this was a possibility. Yes, sir. I don't regret the way I did things. No, sir. But I just remembered, I do have one regret. Yes, sir. I've never done anything a father's supposed to do. I'd promised to take time off for the first time in years. I want you to do me a favor, Issa. If you ever run into my son, can you do something for him in my stead? A rather vague request. He's too nice, he'd never ask for something even if he wanted it. I suspect he inherited that trait from his father. Anyway, if you ever happen to meet him, you don't have to go out of your way to find him or anything. Very well. I shall remember. What is his name? Ryota. Kawara Ryota. You vanished from my life before I ever told you my feelings, and I've chased your shadow since then. Is this what they mean by quitting while you're ahead? Or was it just cowardice? No matter how I study life, its past, its future, I'll never be able to surpass you. And that was my only goal. Kawara Ryota, son of Dr. Kawara, carrying half his genetic material and otherwise unrelated. But this boy, he may be the only way for me to chase your shadow now.